It was on the 30th day of July 2018 in my former place of work in Ikom local government, where I was working in one community. I was having pressure so much from the patients. There we have a lack of manpower. So I was like carrying everything in my facility. So the workload on me was so much that I was feeling guilty along the line that maybe I'm not doing what God wants me to do. I started praying and asking God, what do you want me to do? Should I resign from this job? Should I continue? I don't know, because it's like I'm not pleasing God anymore. So this period I was like praying and asking God if I should resign, but I was not really getting any answer from my God. So I decided to go on to into waiting upon God, which I went into fasting for 3 days, 3 nights, no water, no food. Because I remember, by the grace of God, each time I wait upon God for, you know, uh, maybe length of time like that, God used to show me deeper thing by His divine grace and mercy. So I decided to wait upon God to see what God is going to tell me concerning my job. If I should leave the job, if I should continue, because I told God I'm ready. Any day He wants me to leave, I'm going to leave. I won't do this job anymore. I will face His work. But the Lord still wants me to be in this job. So while I was waiting, I started on the 27th day of July. I waited for 3 days. The 4th day, that was on the 30th of July 2018. In my dream that morning before I wake up, among other dreams that God showed me, I saw myself in my facility with 2 women. They were standing with me. And what were we doing? I was giving them the artificial contraceptive. That is for family planning. So while I was busy doing it, I heard a strong voice that rebuked me immediately. That, what do you think you're doing? You are encouraging these people to do evil. So I was like, what is this? I was worried right there in the dream. I was feeling very uncomfortable until I woke up, not knowing what this is all about. So I became very worried. I was like, what do I do? Is family planning wrong? So I needed to inquire. I prayed. God didn't confirm it immediately. So I was asking other brethren. Some people say it's not a sin. Some people say it's a sin. I was like, what is happening? God, you are not an author of confusion. In the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse number 33, the Bible says our God is not an author of confusion. So how come? What is happening? This one will say, I don't know. This one will say, I know. And I wanted God to confirm, but the Lord did not give me any confirmation via that revelation that I had. Until one day, I stumbled upon a message from one of our from one of the international director of a particular movement here in Nigeria that Jesus himself raised. And I heard him when he was talking about this family planning issue. In fact, the message was like questioning and answering. So when I heard what he told them, the answer he told them was that family planning wasn't a sin. So I was like, oh, I'm comfortable, I'm okay. Because in my dream, God also revealed the man to me that he is a servant. So I was like, anything that he said, that's the correct thing. So I was so happy, I was comfortable. So I continued doing my family planning, injecting people, giving them all the method. I was doing it for women, From that 2018 to this 2020, I have done a lot of persons family planning. I have given to so many people. So because I was comfortable, I feel that it's not a sin. Until on the 24th day of August, this 2020, in my place of work, offices were being shared for staffs there in my facility. And among all the offices, I'm good in maternal and child health. But they didn't give it to me. I'm good in MIE. They did not give it to me. They didn't ask me to do any one. what they gave me was family planning among all the offices there. So I was like, why me? Why would they give me family planning? I wasn't really comfortable when I was told that you will be the one in charge of family planning in the facility. So what do? I had no option. I took the office. My staff were like, oh, Evangelist, you took the office of family planning. One other lady came to me and said, I know Ma will not accept this office. So, but what do? I accepted it. I continue. Then 6 days later, that was on the 30th, this message started coming. And I had this revelation, the second one again. In my dream, I was with a young lady. And this young girl wasn't a married lady. She was so young. And I saw her in my dream. I began to give her counseling. And this was what I was telling this young girl. I say to her, please don't get pregnant before wedlock. Be careful. Okay? The young girl now told me, leave me alone. Don't bother about me. I know myself. And I was listening to her. So when she said, I know myself, she said, I have already gone and implant this family planning, the one that takes a longer period, they call implanol, that she has already put it in her body. So I was like, what? Because even me, even in my facility, many women, they come, they will ask me, ma, what method you want me to do? What do you think I should do? I don't used to advise them on this implanol, this longer period. I don't used to advise them. Mostly when they are still young people, I don't used to advise them. But those older ones that have had enough of children, the number of children they want, they may not want to have further. So sometimes I can advise them. I say, okay, do it. So this very woman, this very young girl, so when she told me, don't bother about me, I have done the implanol. I've already put it in my body. So I looked at her. I was worried. And I said to her, why do you have to do that? I don't think this one is good for you. You should have gone for injectable. Injectable take a shorter period. We have the one of 2 months. We have the one of 3 months. The depot is for 3 months. The Nourish Straight is for 2 months. So when I was like giving her this counsel, then I had a strong voice again that warned me. He said, you are telling her to do injectable, to take the injectable. Are they not the same? What is the difference between the injectable and the implanol that the young girl has already done? So I was like, I became guilty in that dream. I became so guilty. I was so uncomfortable that I was not able to say anything until I stopped talking to this girl and I woke up. Beloved in Christ, when I wake up, I prayed about it. I had a strong conviction that this family planning I'm doing is wrong, that it doesn't please God. And again, I want you to use your tongue and count your teeth. In case you may be doubting, I don't know what your verdict on this is all about. But I want you to use your tongue carefully, count your teeth, and take this message that you're hearing prayerfully to God. Now, I was fasting. The first one was, I was waiting upon God for my job, for God to tell me something about my job, and I had a dream about family planning. 2, I was made in charge, given an office of family planning to be the one in charge of this office in my facility. Again, 6 days later, I had this revelation. What are you thinking? Does it not state clear that this is part of my job and the Lord is warning me to stay away from it? Tell me, don't you think so? I don't know what your take on it is, but I want to tell you, I don't know what anybody may say. I don't know how you may look at it, but all I have to say is that I am convinced that family planning is not right for the body of Christ. I want you to pray. I want you to ask God, what is He saying about it? Maybe some of you may be listening. You must have had similar encounter, must have had similar dream about family planning, which I have also had and share with you. So pray about it and ask God. I pray the Lord help us, give us wisdom over His word in the mighty name of Jesus.